fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse, I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Gotta move, gotta be quick. Come on, where is it? Where is it? I know it's around here somewhere. Now, there are blasts going on behind me. I can hear it, I can smell the flames. I can hear those creatures, they're getting closer. I need to find it. Come on, I know it's in this drawer. Now, I finally do pick it up, as I do turn around, watching as 5 sentinels do walk into my room, and they go to blast me. I go to bring my hands up, and I grab this object, as I disappear. Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. And now, whenever we last left off, with this series, we had Izuku Midoriya. And well, it's been 3 weeks since Hope Summers has returned to Cable's timeline. Along with that, there is Apocalypse, who is working with the X-Men to bring back dead mutants and turn people back into them. Now, there was also Scarlet Witch and the Red Skull. Midoriya took 2 of the Infinity Stones from these 2 people. Midoriya wiping away the Scarlet Witch's memories, and taking the Soul Stone from the Red Skull whenever he was trying to put it into a weapon. Now, with that being said, Midoriya, he also did try to help Scarlet out. She came to him talking about a nightmare about a witch. And Midoriya, he was going to have to change some of her memories around. And he believed that he'd have to take away more. Now, he did begin to use the Mind Stone, as he would actually contact Jean Grey, along with Apocalypse, since he has an idea. Now, with the help of Jean Grey, him and her would both go into Scarlet's head while she's asleep, and they would change a little bit of the course of her history. Everything would mostly remain intact. However, the memories of her brother's death, they are taken away. Her torture as a child is taken away, and more traumatic events. Along with the only thing really remaining being the memory of what happened to her mother. However, she does still have her brother and her father, along with her sister. Now, with that being said, we do actually have the next morning, where Scarlet, she does wake up in Midoriya's bed, as she does turn her head, and where Midoriya was sitting down, he is not there, as he's currently downstairs. Now, she does go to get up, and get out of Midoriya's room. As she does walk down the staircase, she does walk into the kitchen, where Midoriya, he is talking to Quicksilver and Polaris. Now, you do actually have Scarlet, who her eyes would widen, as Midoriya would just stand up and turn to her, telling her that he was able to find them. I don't believe it. Hey, a long time no see. It's been a while. Now, Midoriya, he did extend his offer to wipe Quicksilver's memories, and give him a second chance. And he even did extend this offer to Polaris, who, she was sort of interested by it, but at the same time, yeah, she did not accept it. Now, Midoriya, he would then go to walk away, as he does have to do a few things today. Now, Midoriya, he does make an appearance at the Hellfire Club and get paid by Mina. Along with that, he does actually go out and be a hero and see how the world is reacting to all of them. Now, as this is all happening, things do begin to go back to normal for mutants. Their numbers are rising, people are starting to accept them, especially after all the good they've been trying to do, and everything seems to be going well. As we do actually cut up to about 1 year later, where Midoriya, yeah, in this amount of time, he's found that Charles is leaving the X-Men. The man has been reluctant to come back and lead the team ever since Onslaught. And he's actually willingly put himself into SHIELD custody. Now, along with that, Midoriya was one to step up and try and lead the team. As everyone else around him, they did actually respect Midoriya's choice in leadership. Now, this was whenever some things began to change. More mutants began to come around. More people started turning into mutants. And the public, they are starting to have their fears resurface once again. The mutants just the other day in the news reportedly reached 3,000 in numbers. And from what they can tell, a lot of these mutants are not Epsilon, or the second lowest ranking. Now, this does sort of annoy Midoriya. They're trying to air dirty laundry and put the idea into people's heads that mutants will attack. However, so far, barely any mutant crime has been reported. And it's all been taken care of by Midoriya. As we do have today, where Midoriya, him and his team, they have been doing a lot. And Midoriya, he's actually teaching Scarlet how to use her powers once again. She's had a difficult time trying to train them and relearn them. However, Midoriya, he has been a good teacher. Along with that, you do also have Polaris, who she was being taught by her father Magneto. He wanted to teach her how to use and utilize certain metals in combat. And she did like to spend time with him. Now, we do actually have today, where Quicksilver, he does pull Midoriya aside and try to bring up something to him. Yeah, okay. Is that it? Yes, technically, but what are you gonna do? It's all getting crazy. I see. Well, that can be a problem. Let's try to contact the Inhumans. Maybe they can help us. Are you serious? They won't help us? You do know what's going on out there. You've had to have seen it. Seen one of them? The clouds are getting bigger. Along with that, there's a Terrigen storm heading for the US. I get it. Listen, Pietro. Let me just do this. Let me finish up here today, and then I can go talk to one of them. I can head to the capital city on the moon. I know somebody of royalty. They'll allow me to speak to Black Bolt. Have you even ever met the guy? Yes, I beat the shit out of him on the blue side of the moon. What? Yeah, I fought him and won. He respects me. Okay, that's not good. Just let me handle it, alright? Alright. But just let them know. If that storm gets too close to us, it can kill us. Especially if those clouds spread all over the earth. Alright. I'll let you know. Now, with that being said, Midoriya, he does go to help Scarlet finish up on her training, as she and him are currently doing combat. Midoriya is dodging out of the way of all of her targets, or her blast as she's trying to hit him. And Midoriya, he's telling her to simply hit him. If she can get one clean strike off of him, then she has won. And that he'll count it as a victory for her. Now, Scarlet is getting annoyed, as she is trying to hit Midoriya with anything. As Midoriya does dodge out of the way, and time does run out. As Scarlet does go to release her abilities. And she does actually start to breathe a bit heavily, telling Midoriya that he is impossible. Yeah, I'm aware, but I would say walking up, telling her that impossible's kind of his thing. I can't believe it, especially after everything. I still can't beat you. Don't feel too bad, Scarlet. Remember how powerful I am. The fact that you're able to keep up with me is insane already. Besides, you were quite powerful once. Was I? I see. No one ever wants to tell me about that, though. Your power? Yeah. It's 'cause they're afraid of it. They're afraid if you know what you once were, then you, well, you know, I might turn evil? No. Your power is frightening. At your full power, you could probably kill me. What? That can't be true. It is. There's a possibility I might stay dead if you were to kill me that way. So just listen to me. Just be aware. People are scared for a reason. Now, Scarlet actually is going to bring her hand up on Midoriya's face, telling him thank you. Midoriya just saying, yeah, don't worry about it. As Scarlet, she does want to give him a kiss. Now, before she could even really do that, Midoriya would turn and go to walk away, telling her that he has to go deal with the Inhumans right now. Do you need backup? No. I think I should be fine. I have to go to the moon, and I don't think we have spacesuits. I could make you one, but the fact that if they see you, they might get the wrong idea. Oh. Alright. Stay safe. I will. Listen, go speak to Wolverine. You can probably go on a mission or something. And help out like that. Okay? Now, as Roy does say this, he does go to walk outside. As you do have, well, Polaris, who she does want to speak to Midoriya really fast and ask him a few questions. Now, some of these questions are yes and no, and some require a more complex answer. And there even is a question that is posed by Polaris. What's your relationship with my sister? That's none of your concern. Really? Because it does kind of sound like mine. Especially after you went rooting around in her head. I told you, she wanted those memories erased. Besides, I didn't mess with anything else. If your sister has an interest in me, that's because she's interested in me. Doubtful. Do you want me to show you? Now, Midoriya would just bring up his hand and say that if she does really want to see what it's like inside his sister's head, he can show her what he did. Now, Polaris does go to bring up her hands and pull off her helmet. As Midoriya, he does grab her hand and go to show her the memories. As Midoriya would show her the night that he changed her memories, along with the day in Genosha where he did erase most of Scarlet. Now, Polaris, she was unnerved seeing that, seeing the way the world was like that again. And she can understand why her sister wanted that, as she does go to silently turn and walk away, trying to process all of that. Now, Midoriya does go to fly straight up into the air and head straight for the moon. As Midoriya, he does land on the blue side of the moon, and Inhumans, they do quickly get on guard, as a lot of the other ones who Midoriya did face years ago all do go to look at him, and they all do seem fearful. Now, Midoriya would go to bring up his hands and talk about how he's not here to fight. Now, many of them are still on guard. However, you do actually have someone come walking up, as you do have Ibarra of the Inhumans, who does explain to everybody that the last time this man was here, he dismantled all of them within the span of the seconds he was standing there, and that if he did want to take them all down and fight, he would have already killed them all. Now, Midoriya does ask who she is, and she would explain that upon Midoriya's, departure from Earth, they calculated his flight pattern and found that he was heading straight for them. You're tracking me. Yes, we are. You're one of the few people on Earth who know where we are, know where we're located, know how to find us, know how to take us down, and you cannot blame us. Alright. Do you do that every time I'm in the air? Mostly. Okay. I see. I'm here to speak to Black Bolt. It's urgent. I do not believe that we can do that. Please. You need to understand. What's about to happen down there can affect both of our people in disastrous ways. Really? Yes. You have to understand. If we don't solve it now, the rest of my people will die. And, it could be an extinction level event for everyone on the planet. Now, with this, Ibarra, she does go to walk away. As Midoriya, he does still stand there. All the Inhumans on guard. Now, Midoriya, he does then actually get led away by Ibarra, who does bring him to the royal capital. Now, Midoriya, he would go to walk in, as you do see Black Bolts, Medusa, and Momo, who are all there. Now, Midoriya, as he does walk in, he does see Momo, who she was surprised to see him. Now, Midoriya, he would actually go to bend down onto one knee and put his head down, as Black Bolt would tell him to rise through telepathy. Now, Midoriya would then try to explain his case. He is here today because of a threat that is being posed on his people, and it is not their fault. Now, the Inhumans, they are confused by the way Midoriya said this, asking how they've been able, or how have they been threatening his people. And Midoriya would explain, through the Terrigen mist on Earth, it's formed into a cloud, and, as all clouds do, they form into storms. The storm currently on Earth, it's heading towards the US. Once it reaches shore, he believes that the storm will be dispersed, with how large and huge it can cover most of the planets. And it will kill everyone. It will kill all of the mutants they've recently brought back. And it could even pose a threat to all life on the planet. Now, this is quite the claim. However, Black Bolt does turn to Medusa and say something. As you do actually have Momo, who she is sympathetic towards Midoriya's case. Now, Midoriya, he actually would look at her, as she does ask, when would this happen? And Midoriya would explain. Their scientist bees did say that can happen anywhere from the last 2 weeks to the span of a month. And they do need to work on this. Their people need to work together and build a machine to destroy that cloud. Now, destroy a Terrigen cloud. That would mean the basic unemergence of more inhumans. And they do tell that to Midoriya. To which Midoriya, he would explain. Can't they just use the Terrigen crystals? He knows they have them, along with the Terrigen falls. Now, they are surprised that Midoriya knows about these, asking how. Easy. In my reality, you had them, or in another reality. It's complicated. Please just use the falls. I know people come to you guys already enough. Along with that, you do have the mountains your people are located at. Aren't they surrounded by Terrigen mist? I see. So, in order for our species to continue, you want us to use those as alternate sources of inhumans. Yes. It's possible. The inhuman gene already enough. There's not a lot of us. In fact, mutants outnumbered us by thousands, if not millions. Now, Medusa would just say that Black Bolt will see what he can do, and that he is dismissed. But are going to stand and leave? As you do actually have Bakugo, who is outside. Now, Midoriya would turn and see Bakugo. Bakugo walking up and asking Midoriya why is he here, as he does to bring up one of his hands and form a nuclear punch. I need to speak with your king, and I already did. Now, I'm off, so I need to go back and take care of a few things. Now, Midoriya would begin to float up into the air, and Bakugo would watch Midoriya fly straight into space without a spacesuit. As Midoriya, he does get back on Earth. Now, with that being said, Midoriya, he does get back to the expansion, as he does hear a few minds. Now, this is all kind of confusing. Midoriya can hear the confusion people have, as he does go to walk in and he would see somebody sitting down at the table, as they're explaining that the place they come from is terrible, and that they're trying to stop what happened to them in their world, and that it's very complicated. Listen, I need to speak with him. Speak with who? Now, the person sitting at the table would immediately go to look at Midoriya, as they do stare at him. Now, Midoriya does ask, who is that? As he does see somebody of a young age. Somebody around the age of 15 to 17. Midoriya cannot be accurate, as he does ask them who they are. Okay, they would say, going to jump up and phase straight through the table. As they do walk through people, and everyone does turn around. As the person does stand there in front of Midoriya. Listen, I need to speak with you. phasing. You're a mutant. Yeah, listen, about that. It's imperative I talk to you. Where's him? The person stating that they need to know where everyone else is. Where's Charles? Hmm? He's with S.H.I.E.L.D. I see. Listen, we need to act fast. Are you talking about the Terrigen Cloud? I'm getting that handled now. Hmm? No, that's the least of our problems. Listen, the future's in danger. Oh shit, you're a time traveler, aren't you? Yeah? What, have you already dealt with time travelers before? And that makes 3. What? Dad, your timeline's very confusing. Now, would I just look up at this person? Wait. As a person, they do just think. Fuck. Cat's out the bag. Wait. Did you just call me? Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. Catch you guys in the next part.